this definitely doesn't look out of place. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal! I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we got the second will seed here in Maruki's palace, and this time, well, we got another door to head into. So let's do that. Another tape to see, presumably. Just at least unlock this door before we forget. And no TV. Another video, just like the one we watched before. I like the idea of spying on someone's past, but clearly don't have a choice in the matter. If Flash needs to our ticket forward, I guess that's what we're doing.
Damn it! Just hearing it from you's pissing me off. You've come so far. What problem could they possibly have now?
I tried negotiating in person with the professor and the investors, but they simply wouldn't listen. Due to the lack of concrete evidence, all further research and funding in the field of cognitive science will cease. They told me it's already over and done with. But why now, of all times? When they first saw my paper, they were positively beaming with excitement.
And the research lab in Odaiba? They're not going through with that anymore?
Yep. Damn it. To hell with their concrete evidence. How are we supposed to get any evidence if we can't perform the research first? If we can change the cognition of trauma victims, their suffering can be eliminated. Who knows how many people could be saved with this research? How much more obvious could its benefits be?
So, do you really think the lack of evidence is the reason they shut it all down?
It makes absolutely no sense to me. After all the time and money spent, to just cut off my research because it wasn't all proven sound immediately. Even if that was the result of some kind of conspiracy, what could I do about it? It's not like I have any proof.
I see. So, what are you gonna do now? Sponsors have backed out, so I doubt the college is gonna let you keep using their labs.
I'm done with that college. They have nothing for me at this point. I'll look for work elsewhere while I keep fleshing out that research paper. Eventually I'll prove the existence of the cognitive world. Once I've done that, no one will be able to complain. Rumi, I swear I'm going to do it. I have the power now. It cost me my life with you. So I'm going to rescue everyone from their pain. I don't care how long it takes me. It's going to happen.
So that was another of Dr. Maruki's memories? Yes, I believe so. Seemed to be a much more recent memory than the first one we saw, though. His research was cut off.
So after the incident with his girlfriend, he progressed in his research to harness cognitive science as a healing practice. However, his research was shut down, and his career along with it. All he had left was his resolve to prove his research valid, then use it to save people. That seems to be the message delivered by the videos we found.
It must have been his dream, to use his research to save people here.
If that sounds good to you, would you prefer we just turn around and go home?
That isn't an option.
Yeah, what she says. If anything, we've got to pull out all the stops to win this one.
Well, the vote was unanimous.
It's definitely an admirable goal. I mean, Maruki's just trying to get rid of suffering in the world because he got something really bad happen to him. He wants to change that, but in the end, just like everyone said so far in even in the story, that's just, it's not ethical to do that. I mean, you're forcing people to change against their will, and sure, it could be, allegedly for the benefit of other people, but it still is you calling the shots, so I love Maruki as Bones so much. I've mentioned this so many times, and it will ring true every single time. From a storytelling standpoint, there we go, this dungeon does so good. And again, I said dungeon instead of palace, that's just video game terminology. What was missing that caused the research into cognitive science to be shut down? Evidence. Authentication complete. Disengaging lock.
Yes!
It opened. Get moving, Joker. Oh, come on. What's the next question? Could be, what's Maruki's favorite snack or something? That would be interesting. The deepest, darkest recesses of your mind. Ooh, a pretzel.
I have something.
And, ooh, this room. Okay.
Hold a moment.
It's quite the changing environment. Where are we now? This is the psychological exam room. We conduct psychological tests so that we can offer patients the happiest and most ideal realities. If you're interested, please proceed down the hall and through the door to access the information panel. An exam room? Like a hospital exam room? Perhaps? What an odd place. The shadows here aren't attacking us. Don't they want to stop us? Strange as it may be, they do not seem hostile to us. At all. Furthermore, I admit I'm curious what this exam entails. Joker, perhaps we can talk to these shadows and gather some useful information. That's a good idea. Hello, shadows. You are the Phantom Thieves, I presume. Normally I capture entry, but this area is free to any who wish to enter. I will grant you access to the exam room, should you so desire. Allowing intruders to proceed. How odd. Must be awfully confident in their exam techniques. At any rate, this progression will work in our favor. We should make sure we get our act straight for this. So will it be, depending on the reply? We'll have to respond accordingly. What kind of place is this? I see, you are curious about our facilities. Very well. This is the lobby for the psychological exam room, where we determine if patients are mentally sound or not. We find the flaws and potential issues in a patient's heart that even they might not be aware of.
Well,
And what exactly comprises these examinations? Beyond that hall lies the special exam. There, each patient answers three simple questions. Touch the information panel to begin the process. Listen to the question and choose the elevator that corresponds with your answer. Please refrain from returning to the previous level until the exam is over, though. Treatment will be recommended depending on the patient's diagnoses, but this treatment, just like every other step of the process, has been designed with the patient in mind. Do not worry. If no abnormalities are found after the exam's completion, you will be presented with a small gift. For the sake of your own happiness, we ask that you answer all questions with honesty. So all we have to do is choose the correct answer. Choose the answer we believe to be correct. Although I'm a bit hesitant to find out what they mean by treatment. Examine a person's heart, find their pain and regret, and then distort their cognition. It's just like the palace version of what Dr. Maruki does in real life.
Wait!
But if we make mistakes, does that mean they're going to change our cognitions? That's probably confined to the real world. Here, they'll probably mess up people's heads in some other way. Like maybe they hook you up to some machine and just bzzzt. Don't scare me like that. Well, whatever form of treatment takes, I'm sure we want no part of it for ourselves. Standing here, attempting to imagine it won't do us any good, though. Let's take up the exam and see where we wind up. And of course, a safe room right next to it. There is indeed a safe room here. And, I mean, while it's there, while we're at a safe room anyways, might as well pop in back for a nice little chat with Igor and the Velvet Room, and do some execution. It's very macabre when you think about it, not like macabre as in the Persona macabre.
Please be let us aim for greater heights.
Vohumana! Oh, that's right. I grabbed Vohumana. I think that's the only one. Right, yeah. Forgot to mention that because it has been a little bit since I last recorded, but I picked up Vohumana. Let me just grab my notes on him. Vohumana is a piece of Zoroastrian, he's a Zoroastrian spirit. He's one of the 6 Amesha Spenta, who are the spirits of creation. Him, and specifically, he is the spirit that is closest to God, and he helps people get into the right state of mind to complete their tasks. His name literally means good mind. He also gives the skill Positive Thoughts, which increases the effect of support skills cast on himself by 2 turns. It's fine, but not great. The reason I wanted to grab him, however, is because he has Ancient Day, the best weapon for Akechi. Or the best gun for Akechi, I should say. Ancient Day, best gun for Akechi. There we go. As for what we want to fuse now... You know what?
Is this okay?
Let's grab Ishtar. Because I believe Ishtar... Ooh, that's good. Abilitate... That'll actually probably be fine, honestly. Go with those. And Nocturnal Flash, I guess. Let me just go and grab my notes on Ishtar. Ishtar is one of the most important Sumerian goddesses. So Ishtar is the Semitic name for this goddess, Inanna being the Sumerian name. A lot of times, the two have very similar roles, but Ishtar is a more extreme version of Inanna, and that's just kind of a little thing. Similar role to Astarte and Anat, who we have had before. She gives life and she takes away. Inanna Ishtar battles all day and loves all night. She is the supreme spirit of love, war, fertility, childbirth, and healing. She can cause and cure disease, and she can bestow or withhold children. She affects all sorts of life, humans, plants, animals. Everything is under Ishtar's domain, I suppose. She was once a state-sponsored goddess in Sumeria. However, as society became more patriarchal, they didn't want someone, you know, they didn't want the big lady with the, keep these answers. They didn't want the big lady that, you know, being a role model to everyone to be as important. So she was kind of phased out eventually. The Epic of Gilgamesh constantly put her down, kept saying that, well, she was not that great. Kept trying to really just poo-poo her, I guess. That's gonna cost, like, nothing. Ishtar, one of the best healers in the game, by the way. And I believe... we go back to here. No, okay.
Let us aim for the top with accessories as well.
I thought Ishtar gave one of the best weapons, but I am wrong.
Is this okay?
See if we can grab Gabriel.
Select a skill to inherit.
That would be nice. Relentless. We'll be inflicting ailments. Stagnant air. Let's go. Brainwash, boost, and life drain, I suppose. If this works, cool. If it doesn't, we'll see what we get. Does not work. Alright. Stay on my toes in case we get something that we haven't seen before. We will eventually get through everything in the game, by the way. We will get every single persona. I might have to grind a little while in executions. And that grabs... oh! Hello, Mada. Mada is a incredibly powerful Rakshasa. I believe this is the first time we've grabbed Mada. Mada, the ultimate of the tower. He's an incredibly powerful Rakshasa. His name means either pride or stubborn-mindedness. He is a barrier to reaching salvation. In addition, he also will sometimes have the meaning of he who intoxicates. Mada has the power to swallow the universe whole, one gulp. So Mada, really powerful, and in fact, he's so powerful that he's even feared by Indra, the most powerful, the king of gods in Hinduism. Indra fears him and doesn't want to mess with Mada at all. And yes, that is our first time getting him. Mada normally will give the minus 75% for fire. That's the skill that he normally has. Of course, all of these top level ones they have their own unique skills. All the ultimates of each class, I guess. Otis. And those are unique to them, by the way. So if, for example, I were to go over to Belial.
Choose which skill to inherit.
Oh, never mind. Really? Okay, so that's just the DLC that it's unique to. Huh. Well, I appear to have lied to myself. I'm just gonna see if maybe I can...
Do you truly need to choose which skill to inherit?
I mean, might as well just see. Actually... let's resist that, evade Psi, I suppose. See what we can get. See if Quetzalcoatl can lead us to something else. Again, we already know Quetzalcoatl. Basically Aztec Jesus. Well, Mesoamerican Jesus. Not only Aztec, some Inca in there. Regenerate's actually not half bad. Magarla, get rid of. Windam, sure. Having a couple of regenerates ain't half bad.
Do you truly need
We're just gonna kinda...
choose which skill to inherit?
we're gonna see what we can grab from this. Have all of those. Okay, we could potentially make something out of this. Kind of just snowball things into effect. See if Abaddon, Abaddon, whatever you want to say. Grab it. Abaddon, mentioned before. Really weird in mythology. Flash Bomb, Ailment Boost. Character Megaton raid for that. Train Physical, that could be nice. Gigantomachia, that could be nice. And... Lakshmi.
Do you truly need this? Do you truly need this? Do you
know what?
truly need this?
That's actually interesting. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Did you chicken a luck?
Next time we get a...
Indeed.
an alarm, we'll grab that Lakshmi. That's actually gonna be really good, I think. Maybe not exactly good for a Lakshmi, but really good for... I didn't mean to go back in. Good for stalling. We'll talk about Lakshmi when we actually get it. But that is good to know.
Indeed.
We will be getting rid of Kukulkan for that, however. That's fine. It's fine, though. Anyways, where were we? That's right, the exam room.
Arrived. Now let's push forward, Joker.
Yeah, it's fine.
We don't know what may be waiting for us. Let us explore carefully.
Let's just go check out the exam. The receptionist told us to start with the information panel. Oh, was that it? Hello, patients. Here is your first question. One day at school, you see that your good friend is being led away by a group of scary people. You want to help your friend, but if you fight them alone and lose, you could easily get hurt. If you go look for a teacher, there will be no danger to you. But if you don't succeed in time, your friend would most likely get hurt. Which would you do in this situation? A. Go after your friend. B. Go get help. Once you've made your decision, please take the corresponding elevator. Thank you. Neither answer was wrong, though. Yeah, this is a medical exam, not a school one. I'm trying to figure out whether or not you need treatment. So, maybe go with the answer you think Dr. Maruki would pick. I'm just trying to figure out which one Dr. Maruki would pick. This is gonna be hard. It's hard to be sure of anything whatsoever right now. Why don't we try asking some of these other patients around here? They may only be cognitive beings, but they still have to take the exam just like we do. Maybe they can help us figure out which answer is right. And with Mona, besides you try and fail, at least gave it a shot. Although I'm not opposed to just plowing away through the whole exam, but if you refuse their treatment regimen, whatever it is, they're not going to take it that lying down. TLDR, you ready to fight if it comes down to it. So yeah, again, as Futaba said, if we get the answers correct, we do not have to fight. If we get the answers wrong, we do have to fight. It's not that big of a deal. We'll go through one of them.
Hey.
You got a sec? Oh, yes. How can I help you? I chose B. This is sort of embarrassing, but I'm never on the helping side. Someone always has to help me. I just don't have the courage to confront somebody. So you're the type to ask others for help. I mean, that ain't wrong, but don't you ever think to yourself, I want to help them? Of course I do. But even if I had the courage to step in, I might not be able to actually help. If that's the case, it's probably best if I go get help from someone else. That way, success is much more likely.
Yes.
So it's your consideration for others that you chose B. Thank you for your time. You're very welcome. If you would excuse me. Okay, there's one of them.
Okay.
Try asking this guy. You guys are dressed awfully fancy. Doesn't look like you're here for an examination. I don't even have to think about it. And just, hey, go after your friend. Is there a reason you didn't even hesitate? That reason? Oh, well, normally I wouldn't just share this with them when I just met, but I was in this exact situation in the past. The difference is that that time, I just acted like I didn't see anything and went on my way. I let my fear control me. Pretty pathetic of me, right? I've regretted it ever since. So, I've decided from now on, I'm gonna help people in need, no matter what happens to me. Yeah, stuff like that can make you feel totally horrible. Even if it ends up hurting, it's still better to go with whatever choice you won't regret later. And he sounds like a great answer to me. Thanks. Well, that's the reason for my answer. Gonna go on ahead. See ya!
Well?
I know both sides of the story. Neither one's exactly wrong, right? I kinda get where they're both coming from. Which matters is what Dr. Maruki thinks is wrong. Why don't we collect our thoughts somewhere and talk about our answer?
Hey!
What about the empty room over there? This will be a little bit of a longer episode, it's fine. Actually... Nah, I'll do this now.
Well then.
Alright, let's figure this out. So after some investigating, I think they used this place to test patients' mental states with a questionnaire. If found any abnormalities, they'll force treatment right away. Not sure what that is, but I suspect we should avoid it. So if Dr. Maruki thinks we're fine as we are, we get to skip the treatment? Most likely. It may not be easy, but we'll have to try to think like Dr. Maruki whenever coming up with our responses. Sorry, Joker, but I ain't good at this kind of stuff. Questionnaires all yours, dude. What should we do? We can end the discussion. It's fine. The correct answer for this one is B. However, I just want to show off what happens if you choose the wrong answer. Okay, never mind. Correct. Well, I'm already fine. Whatever.
Shall we begin? Well then.
Pick our answer.
Yep.
So, basically,
Do you have a moment?
if I may have to hurt, no matter what I choose, so that isn't the deciding factor here. The issue is that you may end up getting hurt. That's what we base our decision on. So yeah,
What's up?
this is, yeah, again, B is the correct answer, but I want to show off what happens if we choose the Korong? Yes, the Korong answer. The wrong answer. While risking yourself for another is admirable, it could lead to getting hurt. Injuries are not permitted in an ideal rally, but have no fear. You too can become happy. Please follow me to the counseling room. Allow us to change your way of thinking so you can finally live in paradise. Oh, it's you lot. I see. Abnormalities detected. Such a dangerous thought requires proper treatment.
Joker!
So yeah, it's a pretty quick fight. Not even a difficult fight. Got Loa and Macabre, which are the easiest enemies here. So we should be able, and one of them is even a danger shadow, so this is gonna be a piece of cake. Let's just levitate one of them. Yeah, we one-shot him without anything else. Well, it's fine. We're gonna take a little bit of damage from this Loa being a weirdo, but it's fine. And Morgana is afeared. And when in doubt, throw it to Tanya. Tanya has everything. The rest of them I will be getting the correct answers for. I just wanted to show off what getting the wrong answers does.
Hey, are you okay?
Both inflicted with burn. Yeah, it's fine. They can just smack him around a little bit. And Morgana really doesn't want to be not afraid. Sure, Akechi had fun with that. I should also equip Joker, not Joker. I should also equip Akechi's good gun. But yeah, don't worry about getting the wrong answers. It's not really that big of a deal. But I will be getting the right answers after this. That's close. So if we want to win a fight after making our choice, does that mean we're wrong? Like, we gotta go ask for help if we don't want to do the right thing? I don't buy that at all. I think what it means that is, rather than putting ourselves in danger, it's a better idea to avoid the risk.
Let's go.
Well, there's no redoing this exam, so let's just switch gears and move on. One fight and we're in. And we will be moving on next time. But until then, see you guys later.